Well, welcome. If we didn't use the first part and you're now curious what we're doing, as you see, we were on the road. This is our biannual car episode.
Biannual. That makes a commitment that we got to do another one of these too.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it either, depending on how this one turns out.
So, a bit of backstory why we are in my vehicle. We are going to do another podcast episode later today at our buddy Flash's house. He wants to be a part of the podcast, so we're traveling to him.
He's 3 hours away.
Yes. So we decided in the meantime we should record a car episode of just the two of us.
Yeah, why not? Currently we're about an hour out, so hopefully by the time we're done with this episode here, we will be at his place.
Yes.
And I do apologize with the camera stabilization. I don't have a gimbal.
Yeah. You need to invest in one.
Yeah, I need to invest in a lot of camera equipment.
Yes.
But guess what? I'm broke.
So, whoever's wondering what type of car I'm driving, this is my vehicle. I'm driving a Civic, a Honda Civic. It is a 4-cylinder, and that's all I can tell you. I'm not telling you the color because it's a small community, and everybody I know lives in Alec, and whoever is watching these videos is probably also living in Alec. So you get to not know what color my car is. All you get to know is it's a Honda Civic, and don't know the year, don't know anything. You only know it's a Honda Civic.
Don't worry if we did tell you the color. There are several like it in Alec, so have fun.
There it is?
I've seen several Honda Civics of your car's color.
Oh,
Then again, I drive around a lot.
you do.
Hey, it's part of my job.
Recently, I've been driving my car often. I've been riding my one-wheel to work.
How's that been working in the winter, by the way?
It's been working pretty well. I usually don't drive it when it's like -10 outside, but if it's above 20, I usually drive it.
Okay.
Because it is it's really fast, and plus it doesn't take me that long to get to work on it.
I suppose you do live pretty close, so.
I have told you the stats of it, haven't I?
I don't think so. Not the actual numbers.
So, it can go up to 18 miles per hour.
Okay.
It has a range of 18 miles. If I use the ultimate charger, I think I can get it fully charged in an hour,
Okay.
I want to say.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It has a gyroscope in it.
Yeah.
My favorite thing. So help with stability. Leaning, when you lean forward, you go, yada, yada, yada. And I like it. It's really fun.
It's a hoverboard with one wheel.
It's a hoverboard on steroids. That thing can go fast. I've gotten up to 18 miles per hour easily.
Yeah?
And I've only fallen once off of it. Into a snowbank, luckily.
Whee!
Somebody was driving by. So lesson 1, don't go 18 miles per hour while transferring to a sidewalk.
Oh, that sounds painful.
Yeah, I don't think I was going 18 miles. I think I was going more than 10. But
Yeah.
still, it is a very zippy board, and you can fall off it very easily.
I bet. I mean, it's got to be a heavy learning curve for something like that, I think.
Yes and no. I have decent balance, so I got...
Yeah. It's just a weird place to balance. Like, unless you like skateboard before, it would seem like a weird place to balance.
Yeah, I haven't really rode a skateboard before, so I'm surprised I got used to it so fast. So...
Yeah, this spring or summer, I'm gonna have to steal it and take it for a joyride.
You might as well. I'm planning on doing a few long rides with it. Going to Deja Blue, where we usually do our episodes. I do plan on driving it all the way across Alec to get to Deja Blue.
Yeah.
That, and also going to see my grandma, which is almost the full range of the one wheel when I do it.
Forward and back, or just forward?
Just
One way?
one way, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I plan on bringing a charger with, as like I go visit my grandma.
Yeah.
Charge it there, spend a day with her.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and I want to do it. I just have to build up my leg strength because your legs do get sore because you kind of have like bent knees.
Yeah.
Though I have rode it where it's fully I'm fully standing up, but you need like not rough terrain to be doing that.
Yeah, I suppose the only shocks in there is your knees, basically.
Yes, there is no springs or anything at all.
Yeah.
But with the tire being a tire, like it is inflated and whatnot,
Yeah.
it does also help. I also need to change it out because right now I have a street tire on it,
Uh-huh.
which is...
They have off-road tires for that?
Yes.
Nice.
I have a tread tire, I just don't know how I can easily watch video and do it. I just don't have the tools nor equipment to do it.
Well, we can fix that.
Yeah. That's why I thought of bringing it into like a bike store, seeing if they can do it or something like that. Because, yeah.
Well, for anyone to wonder what the terrain looks like around us, there you go. We got a whole bunch of flat nothing right now.
We recently went through Minneapolis, so.
Yeah. Always fun going through the cities.
It wasn't busy though.
No, we actually flew through them and didn't have to get off the highway, so.
Yeah.
Didn't hit that morning traffic since it's the weekend here.
Which was nice. So Thomas, I told you this last night, but I'd rather have our viewers that constantly watch, if there's any. Our highest grossing video with 41 views is failed weaponry, which was very surprising to me.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I did like that episode when we recorded it.
Yeah.
It was very, I think it went well. And we had a lot of good information. It's also one we prepared a little bit for.
Yeah, it's our most prepared episode.
Yeah.
I was also surprised that, I was mainly surprised that Deja Vu Part 1 wasn't first. I thought that one was going to be first.
Yeah, I know a lot of, my family really enjoyed that, but that's because they didn't know the story of Deja Vu. We need to get Patty on for Part 2, I know that.
Yeah, we've been trying, but scheduling issues is hard.
Yeah.
Especially when she is a business owner.
Yeah.
We'll have to do another nighttime episode.
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I figured this episode could just be like a check-in with our viewers and kind of explain a little bit about ourselves. Because, well, we don't have a guest right now.
We could have had someone in the back seat, but
There's no one back there.
there's no one back there.
Yeah, so, as you guys know, my name is Thomas. At least I hope you know that. I am basically the tech. I run all the technology that makes this podcast happen. I also do the tech for Grounds for Discussion, for Deja Blue themselves, and I am in every way an IT guy, basically. Ask me any computer question, I might have an answer for you.
As you guys know, I'm Logan. I don't really have a role in ZTL. I'm mostly the guy that just helps out with everything. You could call me the planner, really. I do plan most of the events that we do as a friend group. I do plan every episode. I find all the topics that we do. I find guests.
He is the heart and soul that makes Zany Talks tick. I make things happen. He has the ideas for things to happen.
I do. But if you guys have any topics that you wish for us to discuss, please leave them in the comments.
Yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think. Best way to get a hold of us is either say something in the ZTO community Discord or leave a comment on one of our videos. We do check them. We do love to read through them. And it really helps with engagement and getting kind of our name out there.
Because few episodes I didn't know that I thought were a little bit less than what people would actually like, but most people did watch. So, yeah, if you have a certain topic or want us to play another game or something on them, I'd be more than happy to read you guys' comments and find out what you guys would like to listen to next.
Yeah, because we came up with some ideas, but our streams aren't endless. We don't have endless ideas that we can actually make happen like this. We have limited time. I mean, we're taking a total of 7 hours out of our day today just to go down to record an episode. So, if you have an idea and if it gets enough support, we might do it. I mean, heck, this was the random thought we had last night. We didn't even talk to Flash yet when we had the idea. I gave him a call and he's like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, would you like visitors for an hour?
Yeah. So we got scheduling figured out and woke up 6 a.m., got on the road. We're on our way.
Yeah.
That's all it is to it.
Yeah, last night Brendan was playing Elden Ring with Butter all night long. So I did wake up a few times in the night listening to them play games.
Yeah.
But unfortunately they weren't too loud, so I wasn't able to get some sleep. But sometimes I did wake up throughout the night. Which is fine, I understand. Like, they were like playing games, but I still got enough sleep. 5.5 hours for me is a normal sleep.
I know.
Sometimes.
I can run on 4 hours easily. I got 5 hours. I'm perfect.
You must have spent some time up last night then.
Yeah. Remy didn't want to go to sleep.
I see. That is his dog, by the way.
That's not my dog.
Sister's dog.
That's not my sister's dog. That's
Oh,
not
that's
a
a
dog.
child, isn't it?
That's a child.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not mine. My niece. At least that's the excuse I'm using. Because actually, how much? I think I got 5 hours. How much sleep did I actually get? I can't open. Why won't you open?
I got 5.5. I know that for sure.
Me trying to work a phone while holding a phone to record. Yeah, 5.5. Yeah, it's around there.
Yeah.
At least that's what my.
I always look at my
Let's
sleep
say.
score and like heart rate in the morning.
I try to.
I can usually guess of like what my heart rate was at like my lowest, anyways. Because if I had a good night's sleep, I'm like, I got a 30 beats per minute heartbeat last night. I can tell because I feel refreshed this morning.
I don't know how his heart gets that slow.
Mine
Mine might get down
watch
to
might
80.
be like knock off in the middle of the night and it misinforms. But I also have had like 42 heartbeat while I sleep.
I don't think my heart has ever gotten that low. I think the lowest mine gets on average is around 80. And that's when I'm asleep. I think I've seen it drop down to 70 once. And the highest I've seen is 170. Not good.
While you're sleeping?
No, I hiccuped and I gave myself a panic attack somehow. And my heart rate jumped.
I don't think I've ever broken 120. I've gotten up to like the 100 teens, but never beat a 20 before, I think.
Huh.
Where
Interesting.
you and Eric, I feel like constantly are over 120 somehow.
120 is my idle active.
My idle active is like the 70s.
But I mean, idle active is mostly when I'm thinking and I'm actually brain active rather than physically active. Actually, 110 is where I normally set for that. But
Yeah.
120 is I actually start doing stuff.
Well, for work, I work a lot. Like, I do a lot of movement in my job, which is surprising sometimes that I have such like 70s, and that's like the average resting rate for a person.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my job effectively. I'm not slacking off at my work. I'm pretty effective at my job.
Yeah.
Don't know how I have that low of heart rate. I've pretty much broken it down to just don't need my heart rate to be fast. I'm just very endurance. I've ran cross country in the past, like I've said. And my grandma has said she's had the same thing where she doesn't have a very high heart rate. So I think it's just something that runs in my family that
Yeah, makes
our
sense.
heartbeat doesn't need to run that fast.
Yeah. You got big veins.
I actually do. You can see some of my veins in my hand usually.
Oh,
If I'm having it down by my side, my veins really do pop.
interesting. Anyway, enough talk about blood and heart rates. Yeah, I mean, I got my Deja Blue coffee.
I wish I had Deja Vu coffee. I don't drink coffee.
I do.
Sometimes I do, but it's like not a strong coffee if I drink coffee.
Yeah, I drink coffee not for caffeine, but for the flavor. For the flavor.
Yeah, Deja Blue, they sell their own coffee grounds, right?
Yeah. Well, beans. They sell whole beans.
Oh, they sell whole beans, not grounds. Oh.
If you want it ground, you can request them ground. That's what I do. I don't have a burr grinder, and I want the most out of my beans, so when I buy my coffee from them, I ask them for espresso grind so I can make my coffee at home. Since I have an espresso machine, I use it quite a bit.
I don't drink coffee, but I've always watched some of the videos of like people making espressos and stuff like that. I was like, this is like relaxing, it looks like. Very
Well,
satisfying.
Yes, they make those videos very satisfying. I can tell you for sure, being a barista myself, you don't need all that fancy equipment to make a good brew or a good espresso. Does it help? Yes. Does it somewhat help even more, especially if you don't have the highest quality beans? Yes. But if you have a good bean, yeah, it can make a good cup of coffee.
Yeah. I mostly cook though. I need to get more into cooking. Like I don't make extravagant meals, but I want to start doing that. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I need to get in the kitchen more. I think the biggest pushback for me is I have an electric stove and I grew up with gas, and I just don't like how the electric stove heats the pans, or the fact that I can't really use my cast iron.
Oh.
I'm a big cast iron guy. I'd rather cook over.
You have a cooking thing in the back of your car. You can just use that.
I do, but that means I gotta be outside.
Not really.
It's butane.
You can cook inside. It's fine.
No.
Do you have a well-ventilated area?
No.
Oh, then you can't.
I don't want to cook with my butane one-burner stove inside just because I don't like using electric. Which, get mad at me. I don't like the way it heats the pan.
I guess that's also my other role in DTL. I'm just the chef. I feel like half the time, or most of the time, we're together, and there needs to be a meal that needs to be made. I am the one that cooks.
You were the one that volunteers.
That is also true.
Someone asked me to cook, I'll cook. I know how to cook good food, like homemade food. Or I know how to make anything taste good, I
I
should
am
say.
the grill master.
Yeah, that's one thing my family is pretty good at. Is we can make anything taste good.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
It's about my family too.
You ever have slop?
Yeah.
What do you consider slop?
Good amount of eggs and whatever I can find around the house.
That's kind of it. But in my opinion, a good slop isn't just eggs. If you put eggs in it and potato, it's more of a hash. A slop is more like a ground beef gravy and whatever leftovers you have.
Oh.
Reseasoned, and it's delicious. That is slop.
Slop.
Slop is good meal.
Does sound like a good meal.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And normally cheesy, because cheese makes everything better.
Of course it does. It's a good source of calcium. Right? No. I can't remember.
Protein?
There we go.
Okay. Cheese is made from milk.
Yes.
I suppose that would be calcium as well. There's a good amount of calcium in there. I'm not a dietitian.
Not me neither. I just cook sometimes. Any new games you're excited about?
Space Engineers 2, guys.
Yes.
It's coming out. You probably don't know this, but I love Space Engineers. Space Engineers is one of my top games. I have 1,400 hours in it.
I think it was at 2,000.
Okay, give me a minute. Logan, entertain while you check. I gotta check.
So how's everybody? Is anybody?
They're not gonna respond.
Yeah, I don't know. They might. Someone might speak out from the phone.
We have a problem.
Yes. I don't know. Some games I'm interested in coming out. Some co-op games that look fun. There's a few. I want to see Jump Space. That's one that I'm excited for. That's like Void Crew. That one's should be coming out soon. That's more based on. I want to say it's more based on you getting out of your ship and fighting enemies than you fighting enemies in your ship, like Void Crew is.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we have played Void Crew together. Very interesting game.
Highly
We had
recommend.
a 4-hour run the other day.
Yeah, that was fun.
How many bosses did we defeat? I think there was like 3.
Yeah. And we died to a freaking Nexus, whatever.
Oh yes, that was so big and annoying.
So
We got good at avoiding them though.
no, yeah, we did. We didn't take any like relics until the very end, which was really annoying, in my opinion.
Yeah. If I remember right, we had you as pilot, me as engineer, Xander as salvage. Was Xander salvage?
Yes,
Or-
Salvage
yes.
Scout,
And then
basically.
Eric was
Gunner, of course.
Gunner, because that's the only thing he plays. And yeah, we got a good, like, we had the full ship upgrade and everything.
Yeah, no, it was a really nice run. So the total count for Space Engineers is 1,700 hours. Oh, okay, 1,753.6 hours in Space Engineers. I don't have a problem. You do.
I think I have like 150 hours.
Anyway, Space Engineers 2 is coming to early access. I think like alpha. Later this month, and that's going to eat up a lot of my time just because it's running on a new engine. It's going to be an entirely new system, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
I was surprised one of the first things they were going to do was add a workshop.
Yeah, no,
Like, that's like one of the first steps.
the Space Engineers community is so involved with the developers to the point where in Space Engineers 1 they've made mods actual game features, which I really love. So it does not surprise me that they're going to work on a workshop mechanic so the community can start building and sharing with each other.
Yes.
Because if you don't know, Space Engineers is a open world survival sandbox focused in building on space and planets with interplanetary travel, and it's basically Minecraft but space, you could say.
There's a few games like that.
Yeah, but Space Engineers developed by Keen Software House. It's had a nice place in my heart for a while, hence why I have so many hours in it.
Yeah, and there's going to be some new things about Space Engineers too. The modding. They're going to put the modding menu in the game.
Well, that's because they're completely reworking the workshop to work on
Yes.
Mod.io. So with Mod.io, not a lot of people use it because they introduced it to Space Engineers through the integration of Space Engineers on Xbox and PlayStation. That's why they started using Mod.io, so they can mod on there. They plan on doing the same type of thing with Space Engineers 2, but they're moving everything to Mod.io so they can be on the same playing field from the beginning. In my opinion, I don't really like Mod.io too much. So they're putting an in-game menu to access it, which I really love.
Yes. Yeah, and I believe they're going to make it crossplay now too, if I remember right.
It's already crossplay.
Is Space Engineers 2?
Space Engineers is
Oh.
crossplay.
I didn't think it was for some reason.
No, it is. You just gotta. Some features aren't available, like certain mods. I could make the server crossplay. I just would have to get rid of some of the mods I use. I don't want to do that. Ah, the sun!
My mirror.
The sun!
My mirror.
Your mirror, the sun, the mirror, the sun. Be quiet.
There are police reported ahead.
Oh,
Don't say. I'm not speeding. I'm fine.
I'm gonna move the camera down here for a little bit. Just in case they're wondering. I
I'm
don't
going
know.
past them now. Someone must have just reported them. So if you don't know, if you have never really used Google Maps before, you can report like accidents and stuff.
Accidents, stolen vehicles,
speed traps,
speed
and stuff
traps,
like that.
police presence. And it's quite entertaining because, you know, your Google Maps are just like, hey, this is ahead, just warning you. And I'd say it's run by the community, so it's pretty accurate. That is
Yeah.
interesting.
So if you're using, like, whoever's using Google Maps at that time can report, can do whatever.
Yeah, they can update, hey, is this stalled vehicle still there?
Yeah.
Or, in fact, there's a
And
meme going around
usually
there.
pretty accurate. I would say off for like 200 yards accuracy.
I mean,
I wanna
it all
say-
depends on when they hit the report button.
True.
Yeah. So
It
results
mostly
may
It
vary.
mostly says before though.
Yes,
I
yes.
wanna
But
say.
if they wait a minute before hitting the report button, it's going to be further ahead.
Yeah.
What is... Oh,
It's an airfield, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know what would have that if not an airfield.
I don't know. It might be a museum somewhere.
Could be a museum.
Remember we went to Fargo and we went to the Fargo Air Museum?
Oh yeah, the Fargo Air Museum.
It's not a big museum at all. It is just like 2 hangars and that's it.
Yeah.
So we got our $15 worth.
Yes, we did.
They had some cool planes. They had an Avenger there.
And then we just chilled
Mustang.
upstairs at their library. It was...
They had a War II motorcycle too, which was very interesting.
They did? I don't recall that.
They did. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a few World War II things there. It was really cool, very interesting. I do suggest going to Fargo and seeing it like once. And they also want to expand to I think 3 hangars with a new facility, which would be pretty cool, and more planes, which would always be cool.
Yeah. Or planes. I like planes.
It was very entertaining. Yeah, go check it out sometime. I've always wanted to go up there. We had the chance to, so we're like, yeah, I want to do that. We're going to probably another museum today. In Minneapolis, in Twin Cities, there's a model train museum.
And, you know, we're nerds. We like everything.
Especially trains. I like myself some trains.
Trains. I like planes.
Because I remember, well, how did we originally find it?
We were looking for things to do in Minneapolis.
Was that right?
Yeah, we just saw it on the website. Like, what's near us? Model Train Museum. Dang nabbit, it's closed. Sad times.
Yes.
That's how it went.
It wasn't when we were going to the state fair. It was something else.
No,
wasn't it?
we were at the Mall of America.
No. I don't
In
think
2
I ever
miles,
went to
take
the
exit
fair.
48 for US 14
No, okay.
East toward Rochester.
It was
We went to not Cabela's. What is that store called? Shields. We went to Shields to get, or we went to St. Cloud to get you pants or something. No, that wasn't pants. I don't know.
I think we were randomly online and
Oh,
we just
no.
started searching up things.
No, okay. You went to the Honda dealership to see if your car needed to get serviced.
No, we figured out, we knew about the train museum before that. We knew it about like in the middle of summer.
That's right.
I think we were just
Where were
randomly online when I found it.
That's possible too. I could have sworn we were in the city somewhere when we looked at it.
You know what? I think I know what it is. I think I was looking at Fargo for some reason. No, this is how it happened because I was
we
on.
were just deciding between Fargo and the cities, or St. Cloud, or something.
No, maybe. No, I think I was messing around with what is it called? Windows version of Google Maps,
Oh, okay.
which
In
I
half a
found
mile, take
interesting.
exit 48 for US 14 East toward Rochester.
Thank
Not
you,
this one
Don.
next.
Yeah. But I found out on there you could use their 3D model of the world
Oh,
because Microsoft they own Microsoft Flight Simulator, which has models of buildings and
Take
whatnot
exit 48.
in it while you're flying.
oh, good. I hate the highways in the cities.
We're outside the cities. This is just
I don't-
Continue on
I
US
don't
14
care.
East for 3 miles.
Gas intersection. Whoa.
Titans too. But yeah, I was on there and I was looking at just Fargo in general of like the 3D and how accurate it was to like some of the buildings. And then I went to the cities just to look at their tall buildings, and then I randomly just found the Model Train Museum and looked into it. Yeah, it's pretty much just a community area of model trains, and I was like, you know what? I want to go see model trains, and I told Thomas, and we've been wanting to go for a while now. We just haven't been found a time, and with going to go see Flash and do a recording episode with him, we're like, well,
Perfect opportunity. We're in the area.
yes.
Area.
So the Model Train Museum, as far as I know, has a full-on. I can't remember what year.
In
it
2
is,
miles,
but
take the
model
US
takes
218
places
south
around-
exit toward County 48, Austin.
Thank you. Around Minneapolis and its previous train infrastructure,
Okay.
which I can't wait. And they also have Lego trains. They have a lot of model trains there. And being the ADHD kid I am, loves trains. I always loved trains as a kid. I love building tracks and whatnot. I've thought about making a coffee table with a model train inside of it.
That sounds
is
like
constantly
fun.
It's constantly fun and be an amazing piece to have. Anyways,
Don't give me ideas.
I've had this idea in my head for a while.
Don't give them to me.
You should talk to Leanna. Can't remember her name, man. As far as ETL.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Starts with an L. Oh well, anyways. getting a better wood workshop and attempting to do it because I know electrical stuff and whatnot. Just need money for it. Because I'm saving up for multiple things, like going on a hunting trip with my father for elk, and then getting LASIK for myself because I am tired of wearing contacts and glasses.
Fair enough.
Sorry, blind people issue and stuff.
I don't know what they're talking about. 20/20 vision over
In
here.
a half mile, take the US 218
I'm
south
sorry, I
exit toward
can't
County
get my
48,
pilot's
Austin.
license because I'm blind.
I'm sorry, I probably couldn't get my pilot's license because my body's trying to kill me every second.
AKA, I can fix my blindness, and if I want to get my pilot's license, which I've been tempted to do, because I would like
Take
to
the US
fly a plane,
218 south exit.
which I think would be pretty cool.
I would love to fly a plane. I want to fly a plane. Can I fly a plane? Please? I know how to.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto US
What's your
218
dream
south.
plane to
Signs for
fly?
Austin.
I don't know.
I know of multiple planes that I would like to fly.
Yeah. I'm not that much of an aviation guru that I know the models and makes, but I know how they work.
Turn right onto US 218 south. Signs for
A,
Austin.
mine would be a few like World War II planes, which would A, just be hard to fly because they have such older controls.
You know, I would love to fly a Mustang.
Continue for 30
Mustang.
miles.
Avenger, which by seeing an Avenger in person puts in perspective how big that plane was. I didn't think it was that big.
Mm-hmm.
It had a
Is that-
full-on bay.
Was that the one we saw at the Fargo Air Museum?
Yes,
Okay.
that was the big one.
Yeah.
With the torpedo. That's
The,
that
the one that, oh, what's in here?
Yes, that one. And then obviously I would wish to fly one, not be fly, but just ride B-17, the Flying Fortress.
Yeah,
That is a beautiful plane. I love that plane. And maybe even the B-29, I believe it's called. The Super Flying Fortress, which those were the planes that dropped the nukes in World War II. If you were wondering. They're just massive silver planes, and they look freaking cool. I'd like to ride in one of those once, and I know there's places you can do it at. I just don't know where.
You know, maybe I should think about actually flying either commercial or private before I think I want to fly a plane. I've never left the ground in a plane. No, I've never
I've
flown.
done it in several locations. I've done it for work. I've done it for fun. Not really fun, but like travel.
Yeah.
I went to Florida, went to
Recreational.
Alaska. I've also gone in like singular prop planes. Flight. I know people that own planes.
Cessna.
I've gone to Cessna. At the Elm Lake Airport.
Ooh,
They used to have a celebration where kids were able to fly in planes. It was pretty cool.
I would love that.
I think
Can I be considered a kid again, please?
But yeah, I got to be co-pilot in a plane once. I was like 11, you know.
Uh-huh.
Didn't get to fly the plane, sadly. They wouldn't have touch controls. For good reason.
I'm taking over this plane.
It's not like I would go up or down or anything. I would just like to have my hands on controls even if it was like for a second. It's really cool. though.
Integrate with the plane, become the plane.
Maybe not.
I mean, at least that's what I do with all my vehicles.
Anyways, where we're at? Oh yeah, trains.
Trains! Yeah, trains, not planes. Sad.
I don't know. I like trains. They're pretty cool.
What's your favorite type of train?
Favorite type of train? I don't know many trains. I do like steam engines though. They're pretty cool.
Do you like steam engines? Do you like diesel electrics? Do you like straight electrics?
Steam engines are always cool. I always like steam engines, especially the big ones. Those are always really cool because they just have so much horsepower and how it's cool that thing is running off steam, coal. It is coming to life that way. Not with a big old diesel engine. No, that thing has a boiler. That thing's like
So,
producing power.
do you like steam power in general?
I think steam power is really cool. Actually,
Okay.
yes.
Have you been to Rolog?
Oh,
Yes.
I don't think I have.
Rolog Threshing Convention.
I don't think I have.
Okay, we need to go one year.
Okay.
Think anything steam and farming, they have it.
Oh, okay.
They also have a train that goes around the circuit. That is a full-size train. You get to
I
ride it.
mostly like steam engines. Like, I think like cool. Steam tractors are kind of cool too. But I mostly like this big steam trains.
Well, it's all pretty much the same concept.
True.
and you got your big old steam tractor. You got your mini steam engines. You see a full-grown mansion, a little tiny steam engine with a little spoon shoveling coal into it.
But yeah, those massive big steam trains, they always looked cool to me.
Yeah, well, we definitely should go to Rollock one year. It's pretty fun.
Have you ever seen one of those things around? They're so cool.
Yeah, Rollock, everything's steam.
No, like a big steam engine. Like,
A train?
yes.
Yeah, the big steam train that goes around the track? Yeah.
How big is it though? It's like
Full size.
Okay. Like the big full size?
We're talking this thing used to haul cargo across the U.S.
Okay, yeah, that thing. Those things are always so freaking cool. I always thought they were really cool because just the amount of power that a steam engine could handle and just pulling all that weight, I always thought was really cool. And yeah, trains can do that too. And like some of the newer technologies like hover trains or mag trains, Japanese, those are pretty
Bullet
cool. because
trains.
They go really fast. Well, bullet trains, they're like trains that are just electric and go fast, but like
No.
mag trains could lift off ground.
No, that's what I mean by the bullet trains.
Yeah. You ever heard of Hyperloop?
Yes, I've heard of Hyperloop.
They're not in production yet, but those things can go really fast.
Yeah, they use superconductors, don't they?
Zero vacuum.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about those.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's pretty much a tube that becomes sealed and goes to vacuum, and I think there's magnets inside. But anyways, the theory is
it's basically almost zero friction.
yes, zero friction. You have no friction at all. Meaning you can go super fast. And I believe if I want to say it was like from Minneapolis. I don't know. It was from one city to another, which it took several days by normal train or car. But in a Hyperloop, it would take like an hour to get to.
Jeez.
Which meaning people from one city could go work in another city,
Yeah.
which would be very impressive. I think it was like from Las Vegas to I think California would be like 2 hours by Hyperloop.
That's, yeah, geez.
It's really fast. But that technology can also be very unstable and whatnot because
We punctured the Hyperloop, it imploded.
Oh yes, it's very dangerous because at that speed, if
I'm
one
just
thing-
thinking about the tunnel in general. It's under
Oh.
vacuum.
yes, if vacuum like leaves, then you start slowing, or like mag fails, crash to the ground, and yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll hopefully figure out something like team maintenance, because maintenance of that would also be, I'm guessing, very regular. You don't want to like leave that like a long period of time without constant maintenance.
Yeah, no, it would need constant maintenance.
Oh yes.
I don't know.
So I'm guessing like an hour per day, not even an hour, like 3 hours per day, that thing would be down, just making sure everything's fine. It would have several hubs. So it'd probably be expensive at first, just to keep maintenance costs up. But people still use it because A, it's stupidly cool, and who wouldn't want to travel between Las Vegas and California in like 2 hours?
Mm-hmm. What would that thing's top speed be? Jeez.
I can't remember, but it was over like 200, I think. And that's like on the ground too. That's very impressive for a ground
Yeah.
vehicle.
Jeez.
But-
200.
Yeah, but the problem with all like mag trains and monorails and stuff like that, previous infrastructure isn't there. Like throughout the United States, there's millions of train lines and whatnot.
But none of them's like a monorail or something like that.
Yes. So mag train, they're really fast, but they're stupid expensive to make because you have to make all new rail lines.
Mm-hmm.
But they're really fast and whatnot. But where with bullet train, there's tons of already rail lines existing. Like we're driving by one right now currently,
Yeah, there's one over there.
which makes them super easy to complete because they're already there. They're already infrastructure in
Yeah.
general that you can use. Okay, I think I'm done with my train right now.
Trains.
What rant do you want to go on?
I don't know. I mean, I'm almost thinking that might be it for our episode here, because to be honest, my arm's getting tired.
Your arm's getting tired?
Oh yeah, very
I can't
much.
hold it. I'm driving.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make you hold it.
I've been driving with the pedal for the last 30 minutes now.
Yeah, his car's fancy. It semi-drives itself.
I still like driving the pedal sometimes. I have lane assist on though, which is very nice if you think about it, because it keeps me in the middle of the lane.
Compared to my car has none of these fancy features. I don't even know the airbags work.
Your car has fun features though too.
Fun features.
You have a radio broadcasting system in your vehicle.
That yes, I do. I have a ham radio in my vehicle. I could have brought it along.
Talk to every single trucker as we're going.
Yeah, I almost just said my call sign. Jeesh. I don't want to give you that. No, you can't have my call sign.
I don't think I even know your call sign.
I'll tell you it after.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah. We're on our way to see Flash to give him a nice interview here.
This will be my first time seeing Flash in person.
You know, you're one of the first people out of pretty much anyone in ZTL who've seen him besides me.
So we're traveling 3 hours and 30 minutes, I think,
Yep.
to go see Flash.
3 hours and 30 minutes. Hopefully we get a nice motor.
I hope so. We get to see his snakes. I
Yes.
think he has 2 boa constrictor pythons, I think.
I'm not sure what kind of snakes. I know he has 2 of them though.
I'm pretty sure they're pythons. And he
Anyway,
has a dog.
yes. Good dog.
Yes.
Anyway, you can find Flash at Flash's Best on Twitch.
He was sick for a while. He didn't do
He
that.
streamed last night.
He did? I didn't know that.
He streamed Papers, Please last night.
Oh, well, now I know.
Yeah, now you know. Okay.
The more you know.
This man doesn't pay attention apparently.
Well, I barely look at Twitch notifications as it is. I think I've muted it.
Yeah, his Twitch notifications muted, but doesn't have memes muted. I always have memes muted.
I need to mute memes. I'm just too lazy to do it.
It's
I know, I just forget about it.
yeah.
It's one thing that just doesn't bother me too much.
It bothers me because people go on rants in there.
You mean Andy?
Yes. Yeah, so
You should just go on the debate channel if he wants to do a rant.
well, we are on our way to see Flash, and hopefully the next episode we'll see him. And I don't know, can we do another car episode after we?
Well,
get his done?
it's a biannual episode. We have to put down the bylaws.
Fair.
See, like, we already have some bylaws. Like, you can't have the same guest twice in a row.
I didn't know that was a bylaw.
That's a bylaw in my rule.
Oh, I'm not in charge of that, so.
You aren't. That's because I know the bylaws.
Someone should tell me these. Do I need to use a certain format or filter?
I'm about to put a bylaw in there that you have to edit these a little bit. I said explosion one episode, and I never got an explosion.
Well, you didn't make a comment to Future Thomas. You know how hard explosion is put in?
Just do a few frames of that house exploding, and I'll be fine.
What house?
Oh, you ever seen that explosion of that house? It's
don't-
like everywhere on the internet.
Okay, is it free use?
I don't know.
Am I going to get copyright stricken?
No, because everybody uses it.
That doesn't mean they're not getting copyright stricken.
That's true.
Anyway,
It's a free explosion online, kids.
we will check in with you when we have Flash and introduce you guys.
See you next week.
Yeah. Bye.